Karate Kid Legends, directed by Jonathan Entwistle, starring Ralph Macchio, Jackie Chan, and Ben Wang. After moving to New York City with his mother, Kung Fu prodigy Li Fong struggles to let go of the past. When a new friend needs his help, Li enters a karate competition, but his skills alone aren't enough. With help from Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso, he soon learns to merge two styles into one for the ultimate martial arts showdown.
Li means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi. I want Li to learn Miyagi karate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Han. I wish I could help you.
Hey there, whoa there, it's Rogue here. Now I have to be honest, this isn't my usual type of movie, but The Karate Kid is my mom's favorite movie, and Ralph Macchio is my mom's favorite actor. So I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go to the movies with her and watch this. I am going to be talking spoilers, don't say I didn't warn ya. Let's start with the positives.
You have a foundation of Kung Fu.
We're gonna build upon that with karate.
Ancient way.
Miyagi way.
The fight choreography is absolutely incredible. There are 3 different fighting styles: karate, of course, kung fu, and boxing. It is a high level of fight choreography in this movie. The stuff that they are doing seems unreal. It's almost something out of like a video game. I'm sure there were some wires and editing in post, but it looked very convincing to me. The fight choreography was incredible, especially from the lead actor. Ben Wang plays Li Fong, and this kid is an incredible fighter. Oh my goodness. It was breathtaking watching him do his thing, which is incredible considering that this kid's specialty is Taekwondo. But in this movie, he's doing karate, kung fu, and boxing as if those are his specialties. He is incredibly talented in the ring. Jackie Chan plays Mr. Han. I actually have not watched a Jackie Chan movie since I was a kid, so this was a nice surprise for me. I had a lot of fun with his performance. He is still witty and has that dry humor that I think is just so funny. I really enjoyed his performance, and of course, it goes without saying, his fight choreography was a lot of fun to watch.
Our traditions are rooted in history. I came looking for you.
Ralph Macchio once again returns as Daniel LaRusso, aka Daniel-san. I'm gonna be honest, Ralph Macchio is the best part about this movie. Unfortunately though, he does bookend the movie, so there is a lot in between where I was just waiting for him to show back up again. As I mentioned earlier in the video, my mom's favorite actor is Ralph Macchio, and The Karate Kid has been her favorite movie pretty much all of her life. So a couple years ago, when I was at a Comic-Con that just so happened to be having a Karate Kid reunion, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet him on my mom's behalf. Ralph Macchio was a complete sweetheart. I feel very blessed to have met him, and I'm very happy that I was able to bring his autograph home for my mom. I had him sign the autograph to her, and she has it framed and hanged in her living room. Daniel LaRusso goes from student to master in this franchise, and that is how he returns for Karate Kid Legends. This film takes place in the same universe as the other Karate Kid films and the Cobra Kai series. So Mr. Han knew Mr. Miyagi, and he decides to reach out to Daniel LaRusso to help him train Li for his upcoming fight.
Li means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
I thought it was a good way to bring these three characters together. It does seem believable despite the distance. And I thought that Ralph Macchio had great chemistry with the rest of the cast, especially Jackie Chan.
2 branches, 1 tree.
Lee and Mr. Han are in New York City while Daniel LaRusso is in LA. I thought this film taking place in New York City was a great idea. There's some really nice shots of the city as well sprinkled throughout the movie. There's a really cool fight scene that takes place in an alley, a stereotypical New York City alley, and the fight choreography is just incredible. The use of random objects and the fire escape is just so much fun. There was also a lot of really good music in this movie. Right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of a single one, but there is a lot of really good music, well-known songs, and they were perfect choices. Wyatt Olive plays Alan, which is Lee's friend and tutor. For half of the movie, I was trying to figure out, where do I recognize this kid from? Then it dawned on me that he is a member of the Losers Club. He plays Stan in It 2017. The years are just flying by. Oh my goodness. Wyatt Olive has a lot of charisma, and I was really thankful for him, especially because he is really what kept this movie going when Ralph Macchio wasn't around. Speaking of Ralph Macchio, my final positive for this film is going to be the opening scene. In a flashback scene that takes place during Karate Kid 2, we see Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Miyagi having a conversation about family. And that is how we get the setup for how Mr. Miyagi and Mr. Han know each other. I thought it was a really good idea to have that opening scene be a flashback scene, and it was a nice way to include the late actor who played Mr. Miyagi. Unfortunately, the next hour of the movie does not have Ralph Macchio, and it is a chore to get through. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the mixed.
In life, you have only one question. Is it worth fighting for it?
Joshua Jackson plays Victor, the owner of a local pizzeria and the father of Lee's love interest. I'm gonna be honest, everything that had to do with this character shouldn't have been in the movie. It was so boring. This is what majority of the film is about. A high school kid teaching a middle-aged man how to fight. And not only that, but the kid specializes in kung fu, but he's teaching this middle-aged man boxing. The reason why I've placed it here in the mixed category is because Joshua Jackson does give a good performance. His character is down on his luck, in debt, and a single father. I thought he played the role very well. He did the best with what he was given. But this film suffers when it focuses on this character. While I was watching this movie, there were multiple times where I thought to myself, this reminds me of You Got Served. It's a dance movie starring Marcus Houston and Omarion.
Please, 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 take away my anxiety.
I want to be clear. I think that You Got Served is a much, much, much better movie than Karate Kid Legends. But there's just something similar between these two films. I think it has to do with different neighborhoods competing with each other. In You Got Served, Of course, it's dance competitions, and in Karate Kid Legends, it's a fighting competition. But there's just something really similar between these two films, and I couldn't help but think that multiple times while watching the movie. I'm sure you can guess, based off a few things that I've said, that I didn't really enjoy Karate Kid Legends. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the negatives.
You make any friends?
Yeah, I did. One.
What's his name?
Mia?
Mia, played by Sadie Stanley, is Lee's love interest, and while she did the best with what she was given, it's the writing that is the problem here. Mia has an on and off relationship, and she decides to get involved with Lee, which causes drama, but the movie tries to play it off as if everything is all good and she's something special.
Is it worth fighting for it? Or not?
There's a MacGuffin subplot about Mia's father owing money to the dojo's owner, which is the reason why her dad decided to start boxing again. So Mia gets caught going back and forth between Lee and her ex-boyfriend. She says it's a mistake, which is such a cliche thing to say. So now there is some drama between Lee and Mia's ex. Everything involving the love triangle was not interesting to me, but the fight scenes were a lot of fun.
Who's your friend?
Connor, don't start.
By this point in the film, it is dragging. I remember thinking to myself, where is Ralph Macchio? Where is Jackie Chan? I do not care about this teenage love triangle. So Lee gets into a fight with Mia's ex-boyfriend.
You really want to do this?
It's actually a really cool fight scene because the ex-boyfriend is so confident. He fights Lee with his hands in his pockets.
You can't step to guys like him. He wins the 5 boroughs every year. It's the biggest tournament in the city.
Thankfully, after this is when Jackie Chan and eventually Ralph Macchio come back into the film. This movie was really struggling without them.
So we're just supposed to let him fight? So that he can end up like his brother?
So that he does not end up like his brother.
So the 5 boroughs at the end of the film is when we finally get to the legends aspect of the movie. Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso coming together to help Lee prepare for this fight.
Sensei LaRusso.
Let's make a Karate Kid.
Karate Kid Legends is very similar to the original Karate Kid, except it does not have the heart. In the original Karate Kid, it is so easy to root for Daniel LaRusso because he's being bullied. But in Karate Kid Legends, Lee is in a love triangle and this girl is going back and forth between both of them. So the heart just isn't there in the same way as it is in the original. The training and fight montages are a lot of fun in the third act. Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan act opposite of each other is definitely the highlight of this film. Ben Wang as Lee is an incredible performer, but when it came to the big fight at the end of the film between Lee and Mia's ex-boyfriend, I just didn't feel the stakes were very high, and I wasn't really rooting for Lee. Karate Kid Legends is a repeat of the original Karate Kid, but nowhere near as good and without the heart and soul. When Lee wins the fight at the end, I wasn't invested, especially not in comparison to the original Karate Kid. I think all the actors did the best that they could do with what they were given, but it wasn't the best script script. This script is basically a repeat of the original Karate Kid, but nowhere near as good. A lack of heart, a lack of soul. Just a turn your brain off, enjoy the fight sequences type of movie.
You have a foundation of Kung Fu.
We're gonna build upon that with karate.
Ancient way.
Miyagi way.
There's two of them.
Focus!
Overall, I think that Karate Kid Legends is a must-see if you are a fan of the Karate Kid franchise or the Cobra Kai series. The fight scenes are absolutely incredible. The talent is just incredible that's on display in this movie. Unfortunately, it's just not that interesting, and a large portion of the film, I just wasn't invested. This movie needed a lot more Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. I am going to give Karate Kid Legends a Rogue Reviews 3.5 out of 10. Join my Rogues Gallery by clicking the subscribe button. A big thank you to everyone who made it to the end of this video. Give this video a like and leave a comment down below to show your support. And follow me on Instagram at Alexis Has Gone Rogue.